Good evening, everyone. Ads here from Unity Trading Group. Welcome to the Tuesday update. Before we begin tonight, hit that like button, tap the subscribe button if you can, and of course, tick the bell to stay updated on all of our content. And subscribe to us or follow us down below on TradingView. We've got a lot going on there. So every couple of days or even every second day, we'll be moving some of these updates to TradingView. They get a lot of good traction over there. They get a lot of good views, and a lot of traders are joining us on Discord that have found us over on TradingView. It is a trading platform, of course, at the end of the day. So if you're not following us on TradingView, you can follow us down below. You can find our link in the banner and of course in the description as well. So make sure you do that. Without further ado, BTC, where have we been? If you've been following us on TradingView, you would have seen some of this TA that I've drawn in over the last couple of days and where we are at now, So let's get into it with BTC. We were bouncing off our level of demand down here, and of course we've retested it or come up and tested this level at 50 Fibonacci. And we are seemingly moving through it now after a day of just being rejected or just failing to push through this level now. So the only thing I can do is reiterate what we said yesterday. And that was we need to push through this level with some level of certainty, because if we don't, we'll be heading back down towards our lower level of fibs, or of course our $30,000 mark in terms of level of demand. If we are moving through this now at the 50 and we do decide to move through it and close with some sort of certainty in the sense of the next candle doesn't smash straight back down, I can see us moving towards that 61.8 and even as far as the 78.6, and you can see the liquidity moving across to the left-hand side there. And if we're lucky, we'll see 40,000 again. But a few things need to occur before that does happen. With BTC, with some of our indicators, you're looking at an okay situation across the board in terms of RSI and steamroller. We are having a bit of a lull in the sense of those indicators and those oscillators. They are moving to the right, not necessarily moving up, but that comes with the price action that we've seen over the past day or so. And that is being stuck around this critical point of liquidity at 35,000. So it just comes down to what happens across tonight and tomorrow. But I think by tomorrow morning, Melbourne time, of course, we are at 7:38 p.m. here on a Tuesday night in Melbourne. But if we are to see anything, occur tonight, I think it will be some sort of confirmation of direction. And I am keeping my fingers crossed for that to happen. We'll revisit this either here on YouTube or over on TradingView, but make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're part of the Discord as well, because we post every video update, regardless of where it is, in the Discord, in the UTG Trade Setups channel. Anyway, moving on. On YouTube, we get a closer look at Ethereum. Ethereum in a very similar situation, and I'm happy to report that last time we spoke about ETH, this was the play that we were looking for. Not quite exact. We ended up with something like this, but in any case, we have arrived very, very close towards our level of supply here, and we are meeting the upper extremities of our RSI and of course our steamroller indicator down here. So if we are to see anything occur over the course of the next couple of days in respect to ETH, if we are drawing our level of fibs, we might see a pullback. However, these fibs are a little bit predetermined because we haven't reached that zone yet, and we haven't made a top on this move just yet. So it's a little bit premature, should we say, to draw in that Fibonacci retracement. We really do need a little bit more time to gauge where ETH will, find its place in the sense of our top of this move that's occurring now. Are we going to see the top around our level of supply? Are we going to see the top higher than that and potentially up here, for example? That remains to be seen, but I've drawn in the most relevant level, in my opinion, when it comes down to a level of supply. So looking okay for that. When it comes down to our next one, we'll have a look at BTC dominance, and it comes down to this now. So the BTC dominance, we haven't looked at this for quite some time, so let's get into it and see where we're at. I'll get rid of all of this TA and let's start from the very top, and we'll see where we're going. So in this instance, I'll draw in some of the TA that we had prior to this, and we'll have a look and analyze what we are doing here. So looking good in the way of the dominance. We're looking like we've had a top or a movement through our most relevant level of supply. And of course, we did retest the top again for this level. So looking okay in this instance. So if we are to give us an idea on where we are headed now, and remember the dominance will be very, very, give you a decent perspective, should I say, of the altcoin market as a whole. If we are looking for anywhere that we'll find any sort of support, it will be more than likely in this area here, and then we'll be making decisions on if we are moving to the upside from this point, or we will find ourselves at the next level, which isn't too far away, admittedly, but we do have, in saying that, a higher chance of moving to the bottom one if we are to break through this zone. And it won't happen immediately in this sort of way, but they are the two levels of, or the highest quality levels, should I say, of supply or demand for the dominance chart. We're looking at an extremity or a pivot point down the bottom here at 42%, or we are moving upwards towards our 50% in the sense of the levels of supply up there. So very important and very, very, no, I'm struggling for the word. Let's just stick to important. We're very important, chart to really keep on your radar. So make sure you are charting this up. Last but not least, this evening, we'll have a look at the DXY. It is a regulated market, of course, so not financial advice, just ideas and opinions here at UTG. So let's get rid of the most pressing level of demand we had there, and let's draw in the actual one. So we did have two retests, or very close to retests of that level of demand, at 91.50 pretty much that occurred, and we are moving towards the upper range now, and that would be headed towards this at 92.2. So not a bad recovery for the DXY currently, and that resides around 92.2. That's where I would think, or it would seem like the DXY is headed towards. And something that's very, very predictable is the DXY. With these levels of supply and demand, you can really gauge the direction quite easily. So at 92.2, that's the area that I'd be looking towards. We did have our pullback, and if we draw in the level of fibs, let's say from swing low to high, you can see we were held quite nicely on the 38.2, and typically speaking, when we do have runs to the upside and a pullback, the 38.2 is the area that we usually do come and retest. And then next would be the level of supply above us, or even the negative 27 extension. But it is seeming like the level of supply is more in reach in this point. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Make sure you're subscribed down below, and of course following us in TradingView. I'll see you in the next video. I'm Ads from UTG. Bye for now.